Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how I colour in these gorgeous little field mice on this colouring page that I've been working on. So some of this page I've been working on in my own time, and then some of it I've been working on my live streams over on Twitch. So you may have seen some of the progress of the flowers or the mushrooms, but all I have left now are the mice, and I thought I would come on here and just record the process of colouring the mice for you all. So today we will be using Polychromos colouring pencils by Faber Castell, which is what I've used on every element of the page, and we will go through the progress. I will try to remember to show you the colours as I go along, so that if you choose to, you can also follow along with this process. And this page is from the book Kingdom of Curious Creatures by Kanoko Egusa. It's one of my current favourites. I'm really enjoying this book and the process and what I produce in this book as well. You can see I've got a finished page I'm protecting over here, and I really am enjoying everything about this book at the moment. So yeah, let's get started. So with this being the first time I've recorded a colour along, I have a couple of setup issues that I rectify along the way. The main thing is the colour balance. Unfortunately, my compression gear does tend to throw out the colours of a page a lot. So I do eventually take off my compression gear to show you the colour a lot better. The other thing I realise is that the pencils, the names are a bit hard to show when I try to show the names to camera. So eventually I do switch out how I indicate the colours, but we're starting off here with Dark Sepia 175. And at first I show the colours to camera, but eventually I get my colour charts and I use a little paperclip to indicate the colour that I'm currently using, and that is a lot clearer for you. So just bear through this first little setup. Again, this is the first time I've kind of done a direct colour along. We're learning. So I start off with Dark Sepia, and I start by indicating some of the darker areas of the little field mice. And I have got a bunch of images up on Google that I'm using to sort of reference and have a look at as I work. I'm starting with the darkest shade and indicating the darkest areas of the fur. And I'm working in tiny little strokes as if it was the fur itself. And as I place these strokes down, I'm working with a light, sharp pressure to create lots of little lines. I'm also avoiding the edge of the field mice, but that is because my lighting situation is being slightly backlit. It's how I've coloured everything else on the page, so I am leaving a little gap around the edge as I work in small little strokes. I prefer to work dark to light. I know some people prefer to work light to dark. It's often told that you should work light to dark because it's hard to darken. It's hard to lighten when you've made things too dark. I prefer to work dark to light because I like to put my darkest tone down first, so I know what my extremes are, my darks and my lights. So now we are working with Bistre 179, and as I said earlier, we're working in small strokes. I do get better at also working on more of an angle, so my hand doesn't cover what I'm doing so much as we go through. Again, this is a bit of a new setup for me, but I have been asked to slow down and indicate what I'm doing and record more things as a colour along so that you can try colouring how I colour at home. So I listened, I am trying, but I'm still learning a few setup things. We will get there. As I work through, I am basically just taking sections and working in the small little strokes. And the reason we work in the strokes is that it gives the indication of fur. Eventually we will cover over the entire thing with warm grey one. That is the final pencil I use. But by the time we get to that, we've put down so many little strokes of pencil that the whole mice just looks textured and fluffy and cozy and really, really cute. And when we apply that final layer, it's not to burnish or to smooth out or anything. It's just to fill in any little sections of paper that we might have missed. And it just helps complete the page all together. So most of the mice will be coloured in these little strokes. There are a few exceptions. For example, when I colour the inner ears and tail, I will be working in small, gentle circular motions to try and create more of a smooth gradient, because obviously the tail and the inside of the ears is not the fluffy fur. And for the ears, I do use 132. I can't even read the pencils. 132 light flesh and then 131 medium flesh. I believe I also use those tones on the hands and the nose as well. So yeah, after I do the light and medium flesh for the ears, I do realise the issue with showing the colour name, and I start indicating the colours on my colour chart. So after that, you will be able to follow along very easily with the colours, and I hope you enjoy the process. I'll join you back in at the end, but thank you so much for watching. here we go. Here are the completed field mice. So now I just have the snails left to go on this page and some finishing details, and it's all completed, which is lovely to be closer to completing this incredibly sweet page. I'm really enjoying it so far. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I colour in some mice. If you have any questions, of course, put them down in the comments below and let me know. Or if you have this book and you want to try colouring along, or if there's a page in this book that you want to see a colour along for, please let me know. I am still figuring out how to record these colour alongs, but I think I can work on it and improve and hopefully show you all a bit more of my colouring process. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!